QnA with Jay. Ask questions. Ask questions. The question again is, how would you describe me?
Oh, no, you're all right. I think people are like expecting me to give some really cringe answer, like, well, I've known her for 6 years. She's my best friend, and oh my God, she's amazing. Like, no, it's not gonna happen, mate. She's all right.
In Women's Month, really?
Yeah, that's what you get. You're all right, mate. Calm
What is
down.
the biggest animal you could beat in a fight?
The biggest animal? Your mum. Sorry. Sorry, that's uncalled for. I mean, you fell into that one though, didn't you? Really?
How did I fall into? I was asking you the question.
Yeah, and you asked me a silly question, so you're gonna get a silly answer.
I'm asking you the question that people are asking. What do you mean?
I reckon I could take a pig. That's not a common answer.
That's the biggest animal?
Hold on. Pigs can get pretty big, you know. How do I beat up the pig is the real question here, isn't it?
I don't think you're meant to beat up pigs, to be honest.
Well, how do you think you get bacon?
Would you rather lick a Tesco trolley or a on the tube?
Listen, I thought you were going to say something else. I'm guessing when you say the Tesco trolley, you mean the handle rather than like...
I don't know, man. Listen, I just asked the question.
It's got... Nah, it's got to be the handle. I'll take
said
the
that you
trolley.
put worse things in your mouth, and I don't know how he knows that.
Yeah, his mum's toes. Sorry.
So would you rather look like my VTuber or lose a hand?
I mean, I'd rather look like... Listen, you guys are forgetting, that you're asking a 27-year-old man who spends 85% of his time sat at his PC, would he rather lose a hand that he uses for gaming and other activities, or look like whatever the fuck? It doesn't matter what I look like. I could look like a fucking globe with a fucking head on the top of it. It wouldn't matter because no one sees me anyway. I'm not losing a hand.
How much would he spend on a first date? What the hell?
How much would I spend on a first date?
Yeah.
I'm not stingy, I'll be honest. I'm not tight. Yeah, as we would say over here. Like, I don't mind spending money. Especially after a few drinks, like, fucking hell, I start acting like I'm Bill Gates, and I'm definitely not. I wake up the next day crying about how I've spent this much money. I don't know, whatever it takes, man. Depends what we're doing. I don't really care, you know.
Or are you covering the tab or splitting the tab? I'm guessing this goes with the...
Oh, right. The first date, I don't mind paying. But once it's like a relationship thing, like, listen, I don't give a fuck. I will sit there and... Yeah, I see their videos of, like, women, like, sliding their cards underneath the table to pay for, like, their boyfriend and stuff. I don't give a fuck. I will stand there happily and say, yeah, she's paying for it. I don't give a fuck. Like, listen, I ordered 2 lots of fries because she's paying. You know what I mean? Like, listen, first date, I don't mind. Every day after that, listen, you better be ready to cough up as well. It ain't gonna be none of that, oh, you're the man, you should pay shit. Nah, don't work like that. You want to eat, you're gonna pay as well. Otherwise, you're gonna watch me eat, and trust me, I'll eat a lot. I'll order 2 people's worth of food just to eat it in front of you if you don't want to pay.
Don't you do that anyway?
Yeah. So the question is, would I go back in time and change something, or would I go to the future and see what it's going to be like and then adjust myself from there?
Yeah.
I don't think going to the future is a good idea.
I don't think so either.
Because if you know it's going to be shit, then you're just going to be sad until it's shit, right? If I know in 5 years' time that I'm going to, something bad's going to happen, I'm just going to be sat around, like, waiting for that bad thing, aren't I? Which just isn't very fun at all. So I would go back in time, and if I have to, like, say what it is, back in the day, before Twitch TV was a thing, there was something called Justin TV. And before that, the old people in the chat will know what X-Fire is. And I used to play some games. So one of the main games would be... It's changed now. I think the name of the game now is Infestation Survivor Stories. But back in the day, it was called War Z. And I used to play War Z with some big names as, like, upcoming streamers back then. So people like Summit 1G, Dakotas, Zombie Barricades, people like that. And I should have streamed with them, but I didn't. And if I could go back, I would definitely stream with all those people now, because I'm pretty sure I'd probably be... I mean, I'd have a lot more experience, let's put it this way. I mean, that shit was, what, 10 years ago? So I would have dedicated time and effort to streaming back then.
No, I wouldn't go in the future because that's actually kind of scary. Would never do that. Past? Yeah, Yeah, probably. I'd probably actually want to go back and maybe actually be a gamer. I feel like I missed out on so much in my life, honestly, as a child, as a young person. I literally missed out on so much. And now, like, whenever people like talk about things like that, like from their childhood, I'm just like, what the fuck? I don't know what's going on. And then I feel like I'm not part of the conversation because I'm like, what? She's drinking bathwater? I'm not surprised.
Excuse me?
Anyway, so the next question is, you're building an esports team. All right, build a team for Mandem members. Can have 4 members, including yourself. What's the game?
What's the game? So I get to pick the game.
Yeah, you get to pick the game, and you also get to pick 4 people, including yourself, on the esports team.
That's a pretty good question. I quite like that one actually. So
Go on.
I would say role players as a whole.
Yeah, don't be shy. Say it.
Role players, Mandem included, who are predominantly role players, don't normally exceed to an esports level in other games, right? Valorant, I reckon, no, honestly, hear me out. I think Valorant, in my opinion, Valorant's one of those games, right, where shooting isn't everything. Team coordination is way more important. I reckon me, Sparky, Matt, Moose, and probably T, because T's got a pretty good aim. He's pretty good at when it comes to shoot, isn't it? I'd replace T with Dean. Dean can't shoot. The reason I picked T is because T's got 145 IQ, so he's a good in-game leader. And T can shoot.
So you have an option of saving 5,000 people you don't know, or saving 5 of your closest friends.
Well, 5 of my closest friends. Pretty easy question, really. Those 5,000 people, you know, I'm gonna feel bad for about 5 seconds, and I'm gonna forget who they are, right?
What if the 5,000 were all newborn babies with their life ahead of them? I mean, you know, sacrifices gotta be made. You know what I'm saying?
There's enough kids in this world.
True.
And all of them are fucking stupid, so...
True. iPad kids, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you know, some people might say I sound like a shitty person for saying that, and you're probably not wrong, but it's the truth. You know, there's
Fuck them kids.
You know.
Okay, so one thing you like and hate about each other.
What about you?
Yeah.
Well, I listen. You know the one thing I hate about you. So she does this a lot on stream, but not as much. She refuses to use her brain sometimes. She's very lazy. This is why, like, the thing is, she's not as stupid as she makes out, and clearly she's not. Otherwise, she wouldn't have got 134 on the IQ test. But a lot of the time, she's just fucking lazy and refuses to use her brain, and makes me use my brain for her, and it's very frustrating. It's like she'll go, oh, how do I do this? And then like the answer will be right in front of her, and rather than just reading and like figuring it out for herself, I'll have to do it for her, and it annoys the shit out of me.
No, but it's true though.
No, it's true, and it's that it infuriates me because it's all the time as well. Like as soon as she gets off stream, it's like she takes her brain out of her head, pops it in a little glass jar beside her bed, and doesn't use it for the remainder of the day. So I have to use mine twice as much. That shit annoys the fuck out of me. What was the other thing? Sorry, yeah, well, you know it does. You know it does. I'm sorry, but listen, I've told you this before. Actually, no, I say before. I tell you this once a week. Sorry, what was the other thing? One thing I like about you?
Yeah.
Oof, that was odd. I know you're all right, really. This is hard, isn't it? That's a hard question. This. No, I don't know. You just you, aren't you? You just I don't know. You just you. I don't really know what to say because the thing is right. The thing is, I gotta be careful what I say here because people like to exacerbate things, right? Is that the word? Exacerbate?
Yeah.
Exaggerate, exacerbate. I don't really recall anything that you've told me that you dislike or that annoys you per se.
It's like I don't really think I have anything that like I don't really think, I mean, that goes for anybody that I know. I don't think I really have any, unless I like, yeah, I can't say that I find things like that in people. I mean, I'm too nice of a person.
No, maybe I'm just, maybe I'm just top tier.
Like, I don't know. I just think it's. See you next Tuesday, Micah. I'm trying to do an interview. I'm doing a podcast. All right, Mom's doing a podcast. Sorry. Well, I mean, it's the same thing with like he just does. I don't know. Like it's just one of those things where he is who he is. You know. The thing is, I wish I could be more upfront with people like he is, because like he will tell people how it is. Me, on the other hand, I can't do that. Like I just can't. So like I guess I don't know. I guess what would that be considered? Like realness. You know what I mean? It's down to not giving a shit. Cause like I mean it's not yeah, it's just basically like being able to speak his mind.
Not fucking pussy.
Okay, hold on. Pause.
Right,
Pause. Pause. First of all, it's it's not being a pussy, okay? It's just, sometimes, I in March you can say that? Hold on.
I never, well, hold on. I never said you were a pussy. I just said that I wasn't one. That was all.
So if you were stuck on an island, which 3 people would you want to be stuck with?
Oh, see, that sort of stuff's easy because then you would actually be logical about it. So one of them would be T, because once again, he's smart. Yeah, and you need someone smart when you're on an island, otherwise you're gonna die. So yeah, I would say T for the 500 IQ, Moose because Moose is actually smart as fuck as well, and and I'm pretty sure he's probably hench, and he's quite a logical person, and Dean because
the vibes.
Yeah, Dean for the vibes. Listen, forget about his army. Forget about his army experience, right? Forget about the army experience. Dean for the vibes, right?
Never be able to wear shoes, or every item of food you eat has hair in it.
Ew, never be able to wear shoes.
Yeah, I would choose the shoes one. Toes for fingers or fingers for toes?
Toes for fingers or fingers for toes? Fingers for toes. Your hands will be useless with toes. Your hands would be absolutely useless without fingers.
Being able to speak all human languages or being able to talk to animals?
I
would say talk to animals.
I feel like talking to animals will be more beneficial for you. Why would you want to speak to... Listen, I'm not gonna lie. People are fucking idiots in English. Never mind other languages, right? I don't need to speak to any other people. I'm more than happy and content with the people that I already speak to.
That came from
No. I'm gonna tell people what you said the other day. Let me just concentrate for like 5 seconds.
How did this come? Hold on.
Here we go. Chat.
Bro,
you wanna hear some?
Honestly, that
you
wanna
hear some 135 IQ shit?
How am I getting fired?
On. Let me go. Hold up. Give me a second. You want to hear some 135 IQ shit? Okay, give me a sec. Okay, so. I need to make sure I word it like exactly how you worded it. Because you said some fucking dumb shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, how did this turn into me saying it? I didn't know
even the one who said it. Give me a sec. Right, okay.
Bro,
no, hear me out. No, listen. Okay, so this is what she said. All right, here we go, chap. So.
That's crazy.
Or some shit, and I said I can't right now. I'm going to make a pizza, right? And it was a standard oven pizza. She went, "Oh, have you already?" Listen. She went, "No, don't interrupt. Don't interrupt." So she asked me to play a game, and I was like, "I can't right now. I'm gonna go make a pizza."
Oh God,
and then
I know
she was
what
like,
he's gonna say.
Have you already preheated the oven? Now, we'll get to this in a second. No, I don't preheat the oven. I just put the food in for like an extra 15 minutes, right? And I was like, no, I'm just gonna put the pizza in for like an extra 10 minutes. And she was like, oh. She was like, what? So you don't have to preheat your oven? And I was like, well, I should, but I don't. I just put the food in anyway. And she was like, oh, my oven forces me to preheat it. And I was like, what do you mean it forces you to preheat it? She was like, well, when I turn my oven on, I have to wait for it to get hot. Like, it forces me to preheat. Like, I can't do anything about it. And I was like, well, yeah, obviously. The oven just doesn't turn on at 200 degrees. I have to wait for it to get warm, but I'm not. I'm just putting the food in earlier. And she was like, wait, I can do that? I was like, yeah, you just put it in for like, honestly, chat, it was the dumbest shit I've ever heard her say. Like, it was like, honestly, hands down, one of the dumbest things I've ever heard her say. Like, she was like, yeah, my oven forces me to preheat. And I was like, wait, so your door won't open until it's 200? She was like, no, I just have to wait for it to get hot. I was like, yeah, that's how an oven works. Honestly, I lost brain cells.
Oh, listen, I just want to say that I had a moment, okay? I had a moment